Let's go to Ray Lewis. What the hell? All right. I can't play this whole video because it's 9 minutes long and I can't sit through it for 9 minutes. But since we're talking about Black Lives Matter and the black on black crime and that trope, let's listen to the first 30 seconds of this dude because I can't really listen much longer than that. Here is this guy.
I found myself back in my prayer room. I find my spirit very disturbed.
Well,
while everybody's preparing for the Final Four in March Madness, things that's ran in the newspapers have disturbed me. I'm trying to figure out if Black lives really matter. Then in Chicago alone, the murder rate has soared 72% in 2016, 88% in the first 3 months of 2016 compared to last year. I'm trying to ask the question if to the organization of Black lives, if they really mattered, then why not riot now? There was 141 murders this year, 82 murders last year at the same time.
All right, that's all I can take. I can't take no more. I'm sorry. If you want to watch the rest, go to YouTube or Facebook or whatever. Go watch the rest of this on Facebook. Number one, Ray Lewis, from a guy who used to do what you're trying to do. Stop, please. Stop. You play football and you do inspirational speeches. You are not a hooper. You're not a crooner. You're not a Baptist preacher. Stop. You remind me of the guys who got put up for Easter Sunday sunrise service and nobody was there and they got a chance to practice. All right, that's number one. I'm sorry, that's just a personal thing. Like, stop. It's anyway. Number two, this reminds me of Nick Cannon. This reminds me of Nick Cannon because you have people who have a platform who have their own thoughts, right? Nothing wrong with your own individual thoughts, right? But when your thoughts exist in a vacuum and your thoughts are not based on when your thoughts aren't challenged and you don't challenge your own thoughts, the first little piece of information you get, you run with, and it sounds good to you, so you run with it. And that's what Nick Cannon did. And this is what Ray Lewis is doing. Number 1, 2, 3, whatever number I'm on, Black Lives Matter, first of all, has not rioted anywhere. There has not been a single riot caused by Black Lives Matter. You have protesters who have consistently protested peacefully in every scenario. And yes, you have insurrectionists, you have people, anarchists, who take advantage of any protest and try to turn it into a riot. Black Lives Matter as the organization, you called out the organization, as the organization, Black Lives Matter has not rioted anywhere. You want to see a riot, go look at the after NCAA games. That's number 516. I don't know what number I'm on. The next point, this trope of black on black crime, check the backlog. I've got videos on it. White on white crime is about at the same rate. Black on black crime, I think, is like 91% of black people are killed by black people. Like 88%, somewhere in that proximity, are killed. White people are killed by white people. Hispanic people kill Hispanic people. People kill the people they know, and they kill the people they live closest to. And so the fact that black on black crime is atrocious, yes, but you know what? White on white crime is atrocious. Everyone is killing everyone that looks like, if anything, it speaks to the fact that we are that much more, we are still segregated. That's what it speaks to, because white people are killing white people because white people live by white people. Black people are killing black people because they live by each other. But you found a book of statistics on crime in Chicago, and you made the connection, and you said, man, why is Black Lives Matter not rioting there? Number 1, 15, 16, I don't know what number I'm on. they are not rioting. 2, you don't know. This is how I know you're not researching, because you don't know what's going on over there. You don't know about the activities that go on every weekend to push back against gang violence. You don't know about the things that even Al Sharpton is in Chicago working with Father Flager, working with Rainbow Coalition and Jesse Jackson. They are in Chicago, and their representatives are there almost every weekend. You don't know about all of the grassroots organizations that are there protesting against, table that. They're not protesting against gang violence. They're protesting to try to get the city to do more about the gang violence. Number 25,000. I don't know what number I'm on. Most importantly, you don't protest people who don't have political power. What are they going to do? Are they going to go and march against gang members and say no justice, no peace against the gang members? What sense does that actually? You protest and you petition your government, because the government holds power that is beholden to you. Gang members do not hold power that is beholden to you. They hold power that they want to use to crush you. They don't have to answer to the people. Politicians answer to the people. So please tell me, Ray, if you thought about this any longer than 30 minutes before you did this video, please tell me, what practical sense does it make for people to protest against people who don't recognize your political protest power? It makes no sense. It's like white people trying to go and protest the mafia. You don't go and protest the mafia. You get the police to shut the mafia down. You go and solicit and you go and petition your government to get them to come in and do something about the violence, because the government has the legitimate use of authority. They are the only people in our society that are deputized to execute and do things based on the will of the people. Therefore, they are beholden to the will of the people. Therefore, your protest actually affects them, because it represents a political representation that can shut them down. Your politics don't mean nothing to gang members and to the mafia. It makes no sense. So every time I hear people running around, why aren't you protesting the gang members? You big dummy. You don't protest gang members. Think about it like this. Let me bring it closer to, let's bring it down to a level that even, I almost just stepped into a whole big heap of shit right there. See, this is what Bernie, sometimes you got to stop mid-sentence and realize the next thing you're going to say is going to be so offensive, you're going to get in trouble, and then you just stop, right? Let's just bring it down to a level that anyone can identify with. If there is a school bully, you do not protest the school bully and go to the school bully and say, hell no, we won't go. What do? You either beat his ass, or you go to the people in charge with the legitimate power and say, hey, y'all got to do something about this. You guys, you understand that? Please, somebody tell Ray. Not to mention, wasn't he involved in some black on black crime? Anyway, that's all I'm going to say about that, because if I say anything else, I think I'm going to end up saying something offensive. And I don't want to be any more offensive than I already am.